All right, people, welcome in. You should all be able to hear me now fluently. At least I hope so. Would be nice if you let me know in the chat. This would help me a lot. Ui, that was wrong. Just 1 second. King. Making sure everything works. All right. We should be live. I'll just double check right now. Tut, 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 tut. Perfect. 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 So everything is running. Everything should be running perfectly. HA is in already. All right, perfect. He's on a phone call right now, but he should be able to maybe also join in later. Well, quick sneeze. 1 second. All right, I think no sneeze for now. Just let me drop in that Telegram really quick. All right, everything should be fine, up and running. All right. If I see correctly, all right, this should be all fitting. I'll just go over, so for now, so like this, go over our presentation, because this might be the last time we are having this presentation. As you all are aware of, next week starts the Zook week. So on Thursday and Friday, the team of BD Capital will be in Switzerland in Zug. We have a live event Thursday and Friday, having a presentation. Having a presentation there in the evening. It's like a live AMA with very interesting investors. Mostly out of traditional finance. So as you are all aware of, we are ourselves from traditional finance. We just want to build a bridge between crypto and traditional finance, which is still kind of very, very, very new. Yeah, because a lot of traditional investors, they might be gambling, but they are not like super seriously investing into crypto, which is a very, very interesting opportunity for us as a community, as a team, as a business, and a very nice chance we have there. With the Zug event, so Stavros was talking a lot about our future marketing, upcoming marketing plans and everything. We have very nice marketing lined up. Focused on TikTok, focused on YouTube, to further help with a live event marketing we have ongoing parallelly. So we have basically billboards up in Switzerland, in Zug. We have cars wrapped in Switzerland, in Zug, driving around there, and different things coming up. As you're also all aware, we have the new website up. So also very important part. Can everyone else hear okay? Yeah, Robert, you are able to hear me, right? All right, perfect. Everyone can hear me, I guess. I hope. I sure hope so. All right, perfect. Now, perfect. Then I can just keep on. I will have an eye on the chat. So if there is a question or something else, just let me know in the chat, right? Easiest way to do the stuff. Where have I been? Stavros has a lot of marketing lined up with YouTube, with TikTok. There is one TikTok video which dropped already, I think. I guess I can right here get the link, and I should be able. Let me see if I can do this really quick. Yes, so this is the TikTok link. I think it came up right before the AMA. Yeah, so basically this is the stuff we have been focusing on. We need to roll our marketing drum. let's just say it this way. We need to roll the marketing drum for the Zouk event. Yeah, we are focusing a lot into the event as well. And if things go well, which they will most likely, we are getting more and more ready every single day. As we said before, a lot of questions we did receive, so it's a let's say a file filled with questions which the people who are invited in the Zouk event already thought of for us, so we can already implement parts of the questions into the actual presentation, and then of course have this presentation up and running on this 2 days, and then afterwards there's time for networking, for questions, and all of that stuff. So it will be very interesting. Let's see. We did think of keeping you all updated all the time through how do you call it, some kind of a vlog. I think it's called vlog. Sorry for not knowing all of this. I'm not that deeply into social media, I have to say. But yeah, in sort of a vlog style, we want to keep everyone updated. It will be very interesting because, of course, this event will also be like, the doxing part, which some people already asked for. Also a very important part, of course, this is getting restructured as a business. And then, of course, you need to see our faces. Yeah, very important here. Do we have any questions lined up? Because yesterday we had the marketing AMA. Because yesterday we had been, well, how long have you been on the road? Like, 9 hours, 10 hours. So simplify AJ and me. We did drive to the complete south of Germany. Had a meeting there, then we did drive back again, and was very exhausting. We came home pretty late. That's why we didn't have the chance to have the AMA yesterday. But I guess we can answer some stuff today. Yeah, very important. As I said before, because people just keep joining in, this might be one of the last times we see this sort of presentation. We are getting a whole new presentation ready for Zouk, and structured in a completely different way, of course. Completely different way, structuring the presentation. More fitting to our rebranding. Sort of rebranding. In the end, the only goal we had is to get rid of this meme-ish approach we had from the start on. Helped a lot at the start. We started as a very low cap pre-sale, so it helped a lot there with this very meme-ish approach. But then again, of course, since we structure this as a company, a lot of different things getting changed over time. Very important side note here for the DEP before anyone asks. So our our blockchain dev was able to figure out all the last details. So the only thing missing for the dev is that we need to organize, not organize, this is kind of the wrong word, but we need to add everything in the fund display. So all our current investments or the current numbers, yeah, we need to add them into the fund display. And then we are ready to set it up. So it will either be, because it's pretty late at the part of the world where our blockchain dev lives in, so it will be either right after the AMA or tomorrow in the morning, so in the morning for Central Europe time. But then we are able to get the dev up and running, and they already started as well the development for the platforms. So the platforms we have been talking about in future, oh, not future, in previous AMAs, with the first thing which will be added is the charity platform, in which charities can list, and also we are able to start our own donation runs for different causes as a community. And then the next thing will be the ICO, or not ICO, but the private sale and crowdfunding platform, which are basically the start of our launchpad. Yeah, so these are the things which are already worked on. So for the charity platform, like, yeah, development time of roughly 15 to 20 days, I think it was. And then an additional 15 to 20 days for the other two parts of the platform. So this is something which is going on parallelly. And these are all, of course, the first editions, or not the first editions, because the first edition was obviously our fund, but the second editions into our ecosystem. Yeah, it will be very, very interesting. More investors on that trip south? No, basically getting ready for, yeah, Zook event. Basically, if I can just keep it this way. Will BD Banker Stream YouTube change to BD Capital? Yes, everything. The Twitter also right before the Zook event. Additionally, the YouTube as well, of course. And because we have some issues with our Reddit, I think Stavros and a few others were also thinking of creating a complete new Reddit, because somehow, I honestly, I don't know the reason, but somehow we are getting a little bit targeted on Reddit, especially on Reddit. So people receiving bans for just commenting in our own subreddit, which doesn't make sense at all. Yeah. So yeah, basically thinking of creating a new Reddit for BD Capital. Can current investors invest in private sale, or is that only for Zook? No, we won't have an additional private sale. No. The private sale platform I was talking about is an addition into our ecosystem. So we are able to organize private sales for projects which we basically background checked completely. So that's the same procedure as for our investments. We will have for the projects which want to, for example, organize the private sale through us, or want to organize a crowdfund, which is kind of a private sale for an ongoing project. Yeah, because sometimes a project runs into the problem of, for example, wanting to develop the next utility, but they can't at the moment money-wise, yeah, or they want to start a marketing push, but they can't at the moment, yeah. So these are the like mini steps towards a complete launch pad. In the process of setting up, you see, Stavros is here already, in the process of setting up a new Reddit. Yeah, just keep in mind, a lot of stuff is going on at the moment. and especially with getting ready for Zook, Stavros getting all of the marketing in place. Yeah, this is a lot of things going on in the background at the moment. It might need sometimes a little bit more time to get things ready as we want to. As for example, with the DEP, we are a little, I think 2 days now over our deadline we did set for us, but this is only due to making everything work smoothly. Yeah, which is very important, especially for a DEP. Of course, there's always the chance that we ran into different issues with implementing the DEP and making it live. But then again, we want to make sure that we have most of the flaws and most of the mistakes which happened while the development of the DEP, for example, was ongoing, that we take care of most of the things already. Do you have to set up a company for the whole thing? And if so, how will this company earn money? Yes, of course. We are looking into registration in Switzerland as well. We had some meetings already with experts, so with experts in finance, experts in tax, and also consultants, because the part which makes like our token a little bit difficult to actually register as a company is the fund. Yeah, because if our fund is seen as a, let's say, traditional fund, like which you can buy at the traditional finance world, there comes a lot of regulations with this, yeah, which is making things very, very, very complicated. So this is basically why we are checking a lot of different options, a lot of different ways to actually do so. This is not something we could just go and register, for example, offshore as an or as a LLC, which most of the crypto projects do actually. But then again, of course, it is kind of better if you actually register in Switzerland, checked with all of the regulation there. Yeah, everything is up and running smoothly, and then the company is up and running. And basically the company kind of is the owner, let's say it this way, is the actual owner of a banker stream. How will it earn money? Basically the same way as every holder earns money. So through our future ecosystem, for example, through our platform, if we organize a crowdfund on the upcoming platform or on the upcoming launchpad, and we earn money there, so basically the holders will get their cut, the company will get their cut. So basically the company is tied to the same rules to actually earn money as our investors are, as our holders are. And yes, we do need to set up a company, or let's just keep it this way. We wouldn't need to, because in the end we are in crypto. But then again, if you are building a business, this is a very, very important step, because we have in the future we have very, very big plans, and we need to have this up and running as a registered company. Otherwise, a lot of doors are simply locked. For example, SafeMoon swap listing, just as an example. SafeMoon swap listing, or things as we plan to do, or as we intend to do in the future, to include real assets into our actual community fund. These are all things which need to be checked and which need to be on the legal side. And since we have the fund, and a fund is let's just say something out of the traditional finance world, very important to get things right there. Yeah, because regulation, as you all know, is very, very, very strict. Yeah, very, very strict. So for example, if we are running as a, or if we are seen to run a actual investment fund, so for example, this is based on the country which our holders are in, which is the first problem, because in the end we are in crypto, yeah, but we would have the obligation to apply to every single regulation in every single country, which is tied to investment funds, for example. So for example, in Germany, we need to have brochures ready for every single investor, out of an, yeah, let's say information purpose. Yeah, this is just how the regulation works in Germany, for example. Then again, in USA, we would have to yeah, apply to all the regulations there. So this would be very, very complicated. That's why we try to structure things a little bit differently, but then again on the legal side. Yeah, so we are safe from the legal side, and then to be safe for the future growth. Yeah, it is possible. We already have the yeah, you could say go from the consultants. So they say it is possible, but they need to check in with the regulation in Switzerland. Need to think of the possible ways, yeah, and all of that stuff. We can be listed on a exactly. This is also something, yeah. Exchange listing. You could run into trouble, for example, for exchange listings, if you are not a registered company. Yes, of course, it's all in the work. Yeah, but basically people need to understand these are not things which we can do overnight. Yeah, so if we are looking at a, let's say for example, at a spelling issue on the website, yeah, this is something we can fix very, very fast once we are aware of it. But if we are talking about stuff like regulations, investment funds, yeah, traditional finance, and all of that applying to registering a company, this is not something which can get done very, very fast. But then again, as people which yeah, followed, let's just say followed us for a bit of time, they will see that we are actually, yeah, working very hard on in the background. Yeah, and I'm looking forward, because I so for the Zook event I'm looking forward, because I'm planning that we can, that's why we went to YouTube Live. Yeah, for the one reason is so we can include everyone. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you are from Reddit, if you're from Telegram, if you're from Discord, or from Twitter. Yeah, you can basically just hop in and join on one of the daily AMAs. Yeah, this is basically the first reason why we switched to YouTube. Then the other reason is that once we are done in Zook, I want to, yeah, have this as this classic live stream, yeah, with webcam and everything. Will help a lot with confidence building. Yeah, will help definitely with confidence building, and I think people might be very interested to see let's just say the face behind the voice, yeah, which you hear every single day, which might be very interesting. Registering a company and setting up the whale fund is a tough task, but yes, it's a very tough task. I can tell you, yeah. And then there are also other issues you run into. For example, the SEC, they might see us as a, for example, security, which would make things again very difficult. Yeah, but then again, this is why you hire experts in this fields. Yeah, they are doing this every single day. They have a lot of expertise, and yeah, basically we need to outsource this whole thing. Yeah, it's very important to outsource such things, because they are very, very complicated, and they can get very, very complicated. incorporated fully, which is very, very hard to give a exact, or let's say a time frame there. So basically right now we had a meeting. Well, my brain, I think it was this week. We had a meeting with the consultants. They are making a quote ready. They are talking with regulation, so Swiss regulation, for possible ways to do so. And once we have the quote, we can give a time frame. Yeah. Because basically they will split up the quote for the different steps we need to make. Yeah, so basically talking to the regulation, getting the okay of the regulation, because the easiest and fastest part is to actually register as a company. Yeah, this is the easiest and fastest part of all of this. It's basically the things you need to do beforehand. Yeah, and then of course it is you need to think of a kind of a transfer from Germany to Switzerland if we incorporate in Switzerland. Yeah, then there is this, the tax, so the transfer tax basically, which will need to be taken care of, and all of that stuff. So these are the things which are time consuming. But then again, once we have the quote, we should be able to give a rough time frame. Because right now it's very hard for us to tell, because we need to wait for the quote of the consultants. I type to get through navigating. Yeah, I can tell you, we are learning like a lot since this past few weeks. A lot in different aspects. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it is for the whole company stuff, if it is for community stuff or marketing. Yeah, we are basically learning every single day, and then of course trying to adjust the things we learn on the way. Yeah, also not that easy every single time. Yeah, not that easy to adjust the things in a fitting way. How to make sure it doesn't snowball? Sorry for the question. It always sounds too good when you promise passive income. Could you express a proof in numbers? All right. So right now, this is basically a very important part here. Right now, we are very dependent on our trade volume, because we are currently running a, as you know it in the crypto world, a reward token. So if we have low volume, there are less rewards in BUSD. If we have high trade volume over the time, and then important part here, it doesn't matter if it is a buy or a sell. Yeah. As long as we have volume or high volume, you will see a lot of BUSD rewards getting paid out. So roughly right now we are sitting at 300, roughly 300,000 BUSD distributed to every single holder, which is a pretty big number if you consider that we started as a pink sale pre-sale with a market cap of roughly 80,000. Yeah, so big chunk already distributed there. But then again, very important here, this is what I stress in most of the AMAs if we are talking about that stuff. Very important here is that a reward token itself is not sustainable in the long run. Yeah, because for once it is not that super attractive for people or for traders, let's say for traders, which are actually looking to swing trade due to the tax. And this is making creating volume always a little bit hard for reward tokens. Of course, if you reach a decent market cap, you will see a consistent volume. Yeah, let's say for example of 250k upwards, even 500k upwards. Then again, what we want to do differently, because this is a number I can give out. Yeah, we have roughly 300,000 distributed, but this is just the reward token part. So if we are talking about other things, so for example, our main utility, the fund, you can just quickly hop in here. And I can give a quick overview of the fund. So what we are doing, we're collecting money out of the marketing wallet. and we are using this money on different fund investments. Yeah, the tricky part in here right now is we are vetting different projects. Yeah, we are taking a look at them. So the last vote we had from the community was if we want to add a treasury in this blue chip cross-chain investments, which include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, and Algorand. We are still collecting money in form of BNB to actually make the cross-chain investments in this, let's say blue chip cryptos there. Yeah. Side note for the fund, we are not actively trading in the fund. So we are looking for long-term investments which generate passive income for us. Yeah, there are different ways to generate passive income in crypto: yield farming, staking, liquidity farming, other reward tokens, all of that stuff. For the future, we are of course also looking into, for example, mining, property in the metaverse, and all of that stuff, which can generate a lot of passive income. This is a income source which is completely independent of our trade volume. So it doesn't matter for the fund if we are at zero trade volume, for example. If we are at zero trade volume, we are not able to generate BUSD rewards out of the token itself. But then again, we are able to still pay out this passive income which is generated by the fund itself. Which is the key part for this fund. If you take a look here, oopsala, this was wrong. Give me a second. If you take a look here, so right now the fund is set up, so it's not distributing any yield at the moment because we are compounding into the fund itself. It needs to grow to a decent size, and then we are able to actually distribute parts of the yield, as you see here, 75%. The other 25% are used for different purposes. But then again, the main concept behind the fund is that we are using money collected by the tax to vote on different investments which are vetted from our side. Vetted means we are considering them as safe from the team side and as very interesting from the long-term potential side. Of course, we cannot be 100% right every single time, so do not take this as financial advice. Very important here. But then again, we are checking the team side. Of course, we cannot make it 100% safe. This is basically not possible in crypto. And also from the long-term potential side. Once we are having a check on these things from the vetting list, then we can say, all right, do we want to invest as a community, for example, in Moonrock? We will have a vote. You will see a voting system being implemented in the dApp itself. So only BankerStream holders can actually vote in our votes, which we set up. And basically, in the end, the community decides if we want to invest into the fund. It's not us deciding. Everyone can propose a investment. We will check it. Just keep two things in mind. We are no fans of memes, and we need these investments to actually generate passive income for the fund. So even when transactions slow down, the whale fund is generating returns. Yes, this is the purpose behind the fund, because we are very aware that we cannot only rely on our own trade volume. There will always be days in which the overall crypto trade volume is very low, and then we still need to be able to generate additional sources of income. So with the fund itself, this is basically the first utility we added. Of course, this takes time to build up. But there is huge potential, huge upwards potential, especially for the holders of BankerStream, because this fund is able to generate additional passive income, which is completely independent of our token. So let's just take the worst case scenario. If everything fails and crashes, from our side, from the BankerStream side, and there are only 10 holders left of BankerStream. The rewards from the fund are just distributed to this 10 remaining holders. Because the money in the fund is completely independent of our token. Yeah, it is not affected by our trade volume. It is not affected by our market cap. It is not affected by our token at all. And this is a very, very important part here. Yeah, you need to create additional income sources which are completely independent. And this is also something you will see with the ecosystem we are, yeah, already developing in the background. Yeah, we will take out so please take out the charity platform, because for the charity platform we do not want to take any fees. So basically a charity can get listed on our charity platform, just to have, yeah, you can think of kind of a social media display for different charities. Yeah, and also we are able to run our own donation runs. Yeah, let's just keep them, call them donation runs. If we are, for example, saying as a community, hey, we want to donate, for example, for the people of Ukraine. Yeah, so we can set up everything through our charity platform, and then we can collect money and then, yeah, donate as a community there. So there we won't take any fees. But for the other things, so for this upcoming launchpad, which we are planning, the first step being a crowdfunding and a private sale platform, of course, we will take fees, yeah, there. And the holders will additionally participate in the fees we are taking. Yeah, so let's just say, for example, 50% of the fees we take to list and for the work we are doing as a launchpad will be redistributed to every single holder. Yeah, this is a income source which is sustainable. Yeah, also completely independent of the fund and also of the token itself, just an additional income source there. And this is what we are aiming to build. Yeah, this is, like, honestly, it is not about the token itself. It is about, with the token, you are qualifying to participate in all of the things lining up. Yeah, for example, with the fund, with the launchpad, different things in the future. And with this qualification, earning rewards from the earnings the actual company is making. Yeah, so we're kind of merging the company behind BankerStream token and BankerStream token itself, and letting the holders participate in the earnings of the company. Yeah, hard to give a number out there. Yeah, since we are in crypto, this is a, yeah, let's just say you can think of this as work in progress, because if we are able to structure everything in the right way and create, for example, a private sale platform which is used frequently because we are background checking the teams behind the projects, yeah, and then of course the projects which are able to actually or make their private sale through the platform, to have a platform which has a good reputation. Yeah, this is something we are thinking of. Very hard to give numbers out for this one. So if you want to hear a number, I would always say, hey, we distributed more than 300,000 US dollars already since we launched, which is quite a number, especially since we launched as a 80,000 market cap pre-sale. Talk to Simplify, and I'm interested. I know the guy in person. I don't know if he mentioned me. He said he did. He might have mentioned. I'm just not sure, like, quite exactly. But I will ask Simplify later if you know him in person. But I think I have quite an idea who you are, I guess. But not entirely sure. I will double check with Simplify. Also no rebase, exactly. Yeah, basically. Please don't forget to visit a new website. Oh yes, please, if you if you have the time or if you're doing your research at the moment, yeah, always visit our website. if there is something which you personally think is not fitting or not displayed in the right way on the website, for example, please always let us know. We are always checking every suggestion and everything. If we think the solution, for example, you propose or the flaw you find is very or not quite fitting for our company, then we will always change these things. Yeah, also very, very important here. So you can always suggest anything. And don't be scared that we will ban you for, I don't know, for, yeah, maybe talking a little bit negative, yeah, because you're criticizing anything. It's always the way you say it. I forgot about yeah, don't want to think of rebase tokens. Did you? No, not yet, not yet. But a good reminder there. Keep in mind, I'll just jump into this part really quick because I was just doing it as we needed it right now to keep the flow up. For the taxes, it's 15% flat buy and sell tax. Just keep in mind that taxes are applied everywhere. Yeah, every transfer, every buy, every sell. If you happen to need to transfer your tokens, for example, into a ledger, yeah, we can make this transaction tax-free. You just need to let us know the reason, and then we can always talk about this one. We don't ban people for far worse. Yeah. Honestly, this is something which happens in crypto, yeah, which people call as foot. We have a quite high tolerance for foot because actually we see foot as something which we might possibly change in the future, yeah, towards the positive side. Always checking in. Of course, some people are crossing the line, yeah, being very rude or something like this. This is a whole different part. But we are, yeah, very, very slow with any bans. Very slow. Great to hear feedback. Please be. Yes, definitely. Yeah, can't stress this enough. Very important. We can talk later if you like to. Simplify said he has to do the adjustments on the website. He doesn't. Well, he doesn't like it. I'm talking to. Yeah, he's doing quite a lot at the moment. I'm very, very stuffed today. I can tell you, very, very stuffed today. But I will connect with Simplify, and then we might be able to talk later. Yeah. We do charge people using a specific, yeah. Hey, but this is something you guys came up with, yeah, charging people for using a specific word. I just hope I can avoid this word at all in the future. Abel, huge fan. Thank you. Nice to hear. Glad to be a part of the family. What do you think our biggest challenge will be the next year or two? Is there anything the community can do the next few weeks to help? Yeah, I think the biggest challenge actually is regulation. Once we are, because not only the regulation we are facing right now, but as I said before, we are looking to build the bridge between traditional finance and crypto. Yeah, it would be lovely if you can hold a crypto token and actually own, for example, part or with the token, yeah, own part of a real estate, for example. Yeah, so like your own personal part there, talking in a very simplified way. But this is something which is very hard to actually do and to actually pull off. Because you would, for example, there's the idea that we can create a DAO and that we are able to actually sign paperwork with the DAO for example, for a real estate purchase. Yeah, so the DAO is the actual owner of the real estate, and that this DAO is then able to redistribute the rent the real estate is creating, of course, after taxes and all of that stuff. Yeah, but then again to be able to redistribute the yield generated. This is something which hasn't been done before in this way, and something very hard to actually pull off, because every single country, or for example, let's say if you want to buy real estate in Germany, the German government needs to accept a DAO as a complete legal institution, yeah, which hasn't been done before, as I said before, and needs to allow the DAO to actually sign the paperwork, which is, yeah, let's say easy from the understanding of the crypto world, yeah, because basically in the DAO we vote for as the shareholders of the DAO, so to say, and if the vote is successful, the DAO is able to, yeah, trigger the smart contract, for example, for the signature. But then again, hasn't been done before, and this is like the biggest challenge we face, or we will be facing. If we are able to pull this off successfully and regulated and legal from every single aspect, for example, with a DAO, which is just the main idea we came up with, because of course this is like the simplest way you can think of it. Yeah. So this would be a truly decentralized, yeah, investment company, with this being structured, for example, as a DAO. Can DAO be a company? Yes, it let's say it has the things it needs, but then again, hasn't been done before. So if we try to, for example, do this in Germany, we would face a ton of regulation. Yeah, because, for example, the German government is very conservative. It's very tied to traditional finance and everything. So it can be, of course, yeah. But it is kind of a hustle from the legal side. Can the company sign me as an employee so I can buy a house with a mortgage? You mean like sign you as a you mean, for example, the DAO to sign you as a employee, so you can, didn't think of this one. Would be very complicated. So if you're talking about BD Capital, would be possible, yes, but because I won't have a job which I would need. So you won't have a job, and then like BD Capital as a company, you mean, or you mean the DAO, for example. But then it's not a decentralized anymore. Like BD Capital is a company or connected to a. Wait, can DAO be a company somehow? In this case, should be easy to sign contracts. Like BD Capital is a company. But it would be decentralized, yes, if you are taking the DAO as a complete, unique company. Yeah, so not included, for example, in BD Capital, but then of course the DAO itself needs to be running as a unique company. And then you are decentralized, because basically the people, the actual shareholders of the DAO, actually own the DAO, and there is no person which can influence the decision making of the DAO. Yeah, it's always from the community side. So basically, the thing which is meant with decentralized. Yeah, and then it would be decentralized. But as you can see already, yeah, not that super easy to yeah, point A think of, and then point B, of course, to pull off a whole other story. But we need to go this step by step. Yeah. Most governments are tied to traditional finance. Yes, that's true. That's where we break off, but still tie in. Exactly. Especially, I would say, with the next upcoming years. Yeah, because you can see the adoption of crypto overall is growing every single day. If you position yourself as a company in the right way, in a very unique way, yeah. So we are trying to not copycat anyone. Yeah, we are trying to go our own way. You will see us doing sometimes things which are not usual in the crypto space, but then again, we try to build up our own unique ecosystem, our own unique way of thinking. Yeah, thinking in the crypto world in total. Yes, governments are tight, but I can assure you, if they see the option that they are able to earn a lot of money through taxes, for example, then they are very interested to make these things happen. Yeah. There are a lot of different things you can think of. Yeah. So basically, if you see in the traditional finance world, ETFs are receiving a lot of interest recently. Yeah. So basically, this not actively managed fund, which is basically, for example, just copying the positions of the DAX or the SAP 500, for example. Yeah, you are able to. Yeah, it's from the thinking. It's pretty easy that you are able to create a DAO, owning a crypto ETF, which is basically copying the 500 biggest crypto assets. Yeah. This is something you can think of as a very easy financial instrument. Yeah. As a very easy financial investment. And this would be something which is ran completely decentralized. Yeah. Through a DAO, which opens a lot of different opportunities. But then again, if you are able to make this decentralized, yeah, not tied to traditional finance, but then also include, for example, real assets in there. This would be a huge step, a huge step. Sorry, spelled a little bit incorrectly there. We got a nice buy, which stuff was copied from our Bobby and Telegram. But very nice back building there. Smart crypto with good tokenomics plus future entryways into other finances is key to exactly. So wait, Flamebull would need income contract to get a mortgage, or yeah, all right, you won't get a mortgage without income. This is true. Like when I work for a company with a full contract, I can apply for a mortgage. But with this passive income, I can't. I would need to buy a house by paying everything at once. I get what you mean. Not able to structure passive income as income through a employment, for example, at the DAO, would be not really safe from the legal side. Let me think, because I did understand the question now, Flamebull. So you say basically, I don't need a job anymore, I have passive income, yeah. Now I want to, so I did basically quit my job. Now I want to buy a house. Of course, a house costs a lot of money at once, so I want to structure it through a mortgage. Now, to actually get a mortgage, I would need to be employed because there's no other way around. Bank is not accepting passive income. If there would be something in the future, if you guys know how to do that. Naja, basically, if we create our own bank, then we can put out mortgages for passive income. Yeah. If we make our own bank. This would be something like the easiest solution I can think of, because actually employing the people which receive passive income is like, from the ways I think of, not really possible. Yeah. But if we are basically, since we are very deep into finance already, yeah, and this is something we are also looking into, yeah, the whole lending part and everything. Think of a, like the very big plan behind this is to actually create a actual decentralized bank, for example, yeah, which is able to hand out a mortgage, for example, by seeing you have passive income since, for example, 2 years, and you are holding this and this in assets, yeah. If you are your own bank, yeah, it's basically your own risk. But this is something which would be like the easiest solution. Yeah, this is something, yeah, I know it's not easy to pull such things off, yeah. But these are the things we are looking into primarily, because banking, as much as people hate like this traditional banking or financial system, yeah, there are a lot of things which could be done easier, safer, differently, if you're talking about traditional finance through crypto. Yeah. Smart contracts, for example, for loans, because you can simply put in the requirements. Yeah, of course, needs to be regulated, needs to be, yeah, this is, everything is clear, yeah, but it opens a lot of different opportunities, and this is something which could be huge, yeah. If you think of that, we actually try to build a financial institution on the blockchain. Like, this is our purpose. Of course, with the intention to actually create passive income, but then again, of course, you need to bring actual value. Later on, banks could easily do low rate mortgages, but that's later when liquid. Yes, later, yes. Well, not that's super simple. We'll give you a loan when you have assets portfolio like stocks, and bank will take this as a guarantee. If at some point banks agree to do some, yeah, this is like the thing behind the tunnel. Crypto is not really accepted right now by banks, but then again, we might be able to change this in the future. Yeah. Because I can tell you, traditional finance is well aware of crypto. Well aware. I will wait with buying a house. I want to do I want to do it this way. I mean, it would be a great way. Like a not yet. Yeah, exactly. This is the point, that the single word you need to hear out if I talk about that stuff. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Crypto is super, like, still super young. Yeah, this is very, very young. And there was a huge adoption going on since, like, Bitcoin started. Huge progress being done. A lot of adoption from the real world in the crypto world. So, yeah, crypto market is suffering just like traditional. Yes. But then again, it's This is just basically the reality right now. It's very, very volatile, even if you think of blue chip cryptos. So for a like a banker, hard to accept as a, like, let's say, insurance in case you are not able to pay. Just think about the headlines when it would have. Yeah, definitely. Would be huge headlines. Exactly. So much different stuff you could do on the actual blockchain, yeah, which is the potential, like the key why we started in the crypto space, yeah. We could have started our, let's just say, how the consulting agency, for example. No problem for us to do this, yeah. For, let's say, for example, for traditional finance, our own consulting agency would be another way for us creating a company. But then again, crypto gives us the chance to actually change up things, and especially fresh minds can make changes, yeah. Will there be some sort of protocol for projects wanting to launch on BDPad as well? They won't rug pull like hold something in escrow for 21 to 90 days. Thinking of different ways of implementing something like this, Chris. Yes. We want to make it as safe as possible for the investors, because this way we are attracting this serious projects, yeah, which actually want to create a business on the blockchain, and gives more confidence to the investors for the projects which are launching on the actual launchpad. Yeah, and as I talked about this quite some time already, a full docs team doesn't mean the team is safe. Yeah, a KYC doesn't mean the team is safe. You can basically fake everything in crypto. You are all well aware that there have been some, yeah, full docs teams which still ended up rug pulling and stuff like this. Yeah, it's basically like the Wild West. But if you are able to somehow create a safer space, you will see a big adoption going on. Yeah, not hard, not hard. wrong wording there. Not easy to achieve, but if you achieve it, and if you are able to pull this off, like in the safest way you could provide as a team running the launchpad, you will see a big adoption going on there. Not only from the investor side, but also from the project side. So from the projects which are actually interested. I've seen crypto go nuts for years. These are my buy when blood is in the street. If you only buy when things are hot and expensive, you miss double. Yes. Don't invest emotionally. Yeah, don't invest because the charts are skyrocketing. This is like a bad time to invest. You actually need to invest when, and not only crypto, yeah, also if you're talking about stocks, also if you're talking about other things, if people are scared and pulling out their money, see it as a kind of a discount for you. Yeah, you are looking for a possible investment entry, use these times, yeah. These are like the exact times. We could lock liquidity for like half year minimum, or is it? It doesn't matter. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So there are different factors to actually be safe of a rug pull. Yeah, because there are actually, as far as I know, contracts out there which are able to override locks, so they can basically still access everything. There are other things as well. Yeah, it's not only a unlocked liquidity, which is enabling a rug pull, for example. There are different factors, and you need to make it safe from all of these sides. We like the future FNO. Exactly. Like, this is my approach to investing as well, yeah. Because I am kind of a very, yeah, you could say long-term investor. So I'm not trying to flip for a quick buck. Yeah, this is not something I would like to. Renouncing the contract could help. Yeah, the thing with renouncing a contract, I can fully understand the intention behind it. But for example, just as an example, as Banker Stream Token, we cannot renounce our contract. Not possible. Not possible. Because we could not control things happening. Yeah. Exactly. You cannot change a single thing. This you can do this if you are running a very simple token. Not to say that reward tokens are complicated. They are not. But for example, if you have a token with just a supply and no taxes applied and something like this, yeah, of course, renounce the contract. Yeah, nothing you need to worry of. But then again, if you need to control different things, yeah, because you want to implement staking, you want to list on it, different things, yeah. Renouncing a contract is bad because we could not even change the tax, for example, yeah. And this would be like seriously bad. I know the intention behind this, but then again, just because the contract is renounced, this would not make things safer. Yeah, like honestly. Exactly. For example, in our case, if we are not able to renounce and if we would renounce, we could not change the threshold for the contract sell. So at some point, if the market cap grows higher and higher, you would see a huge contract sell appearing. And we would not be able to change this. Yeah, wouldn't be a good idea, honestly. And then again, think of it this way: if you try to build a company, as a team, you somehow need to have a little bit of control over the things, yeah, especially for a token which is structured as our token is. You cannot give up the control into nowhere, basically. Yeah. There's no guarantee in crypto. Yeah, exactly. It is the Wild West, like seriously. But this is something everyone should be aware of. Crypto is can be very dangerous if you are, even if you know at what things you need to look at, yeah, you are never 100% on the safe side. Like never. All right. Do we have any questions left over? Anything which is still unanswered? I will wait a little bit because of the actual delay we have. Because I have like a meeting in a few minutes with AJ for Zook. We need to work on the presentation again. Paul, I think the team is killing it. Thank you. Marketing coming up is really impressive. I have to say, Stavros made a great job. Yeah, lining up and planning out all the marketing, pairing it with the live event and everything. This is very impressive what Stavros did there. Like very impressive. I can tell you. And you can always know in the back of your head, we are, as a team, always trying to do it in the best way we could think of. Tell AJ we said what I think he's listening into it, but he's in an actual call right now, so maybe only listening with one ear. All right. Um, never stop dreaming big. Exactly. Um, I always used to say this. Amazon did not start right away with selling basically everything there is out there. Yeah, they started as a online bookstore. So never what Jeff Bezos said back then already, I will be a, what do you call it in English? Uh, is it called billionaire? Yes, I think it's called billionaire. I will be a billionaire. And people they tend to not believe him, but yeah, never stop working, always go hard, and you will see the results later on. And there was also the question for what can the community actually do in the upcoming weeks. Try to help. No, I don't want to pay the the penalty for using the word. Try to help the marketing. Stavros will hop in a lot, sharing a lot of links. We are going for hot trending in Reddit. Yeah, we are having the YouTube videos. We are having the TikToks. I think Stavros also planned some raids upcoming. Yeah, if you have the time, join in. This helps tremendously. It helps tremendously, and also gives new people joining in if they see a lot of activity going on. Frequently, it gives them a good feeling. Yeah, very very important there. Lots of marketing happening. Yes, a lot of marketing happening, I can tell you. Yes, stock tweets and Twitter rates, Stavros is saying. So basically, very, very important here. Join in if you have the time. Yeah, this is the easiest way to help us out with everything lining up. Yeah, we cannot do it without the community, and this is like set in stone. We need a healthy and strong community holding the line and the backs. All right, people. Then I will get ready for the next meeting. Have a good evening. Have a good day. Rest of the day. Rest of the weekend. In whatever time zone you're sitting in. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And was nice to talk to all of you. I hope you're all as excited as we are for the upcoming week. Yeah, a lot of things lined up and lining up as well. See you all, and thank you for joining in. Bye bye.